One of the main differences between a living organism and non-living things is the ability to respond to the environment. Our hands move back when we touch a hot pot. Our mouth waters when we see our favorite food. These are not random actions, but a coordinated response from our body. In human beings, control and coordination are carried out by two systems, the nervous system and the endocrine system. In today's video, we'll explore the nervous system. The nervous system uses spatial cells called neurons to transmit messages between different parts of the body. Each neuron has three main parts: the cell body, dendrites, and an axon. The cell body, also called the soma, is the core of the neuron. It contains the nucleus and other organelles that keeps the cell functioning. Branching out from the cell body are the dendrites, which receive information from the surroundings or from other neurons. At the other end is the axon. The axon carries information away from the cell body and passes it to the next neuron or to the muscle or gland. To help neurons, we have special cells in our sense organs called receptors. They collect information from the environment and pass it on to the neuron. For instance, photoreceptors in our eyes detect light. Olfactory receptors in our nose detect smell. Gustatory receptors on our tongue detect taste. After the receptor detects the information, it passes it to the neuron. The dendrites of the neuron pick it up and pass it to the cell body, where it is converted into an electrical impulse. The impulse travels down the axon, and at the end of the axon, it triggers the release of the chemicals into the synapse, which is a small gap between the two neurons. The chemicals are picked up by the dendrites of the next neuron, and the process continues until it reaches the muscle. Thus, the nervous system delivers information through neurons. It consists of the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system includes the brain and the spinal cord, and it is responsible for decision making. The brain is the most important part of the body. It helps us think, feel, move, and respond to our surroundings. The brain can be divided into three parts: the forebrain, the midbrain, and the hindbrain. Each part has its own important job. The forebrain is the largest part of the brain and controls voluntary actions like walking, writing, and so on. It also helps with learning, emotions, memory, and decision making. Midbrain acts as a relay center between the forebrain and hindbrain. It also helps us react quickly to what we see and hear. The hindbrain controls balance, coordination, and basic life function. It also controls involuntary actions like breathing and heartbeat. The spinal cord is a thick bundle of nerve that is enclosed inside the backbone. It mainly controls reflex action. Reflex action are sudden involuntary actions that happen in response to changes in the environment. They are automatic responses that happen without thinking, like pulling our hands away from the hot object. The peripheral nervous system is made up of all the nerves that branch out from the brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body. It consists of cranial nerves arising from the brain and spinal nerves arising from the spinal cord. These nerves carry messages between the central nervous system and the rest of the body. The messages are carried by two types of neurons: sensory or afferent neurons, which carry information from receptor to central nervous system; motor or efferent neurons, which carry information from central nervous system to the body. To sum up, our nervous system is made up of brain, spinal cord, and a network of nerves, all working together through neurons. It helps us to sense the world, process information, and respond in the right way. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.